Hey, Steve here. So I figured I'd do another video in our kitchen because we're only going to be here for just over a month and then we're gonzo to the new place. So this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about scaling up your business in a way that you keep sales up and without having to like downsize or even totally dissolve your business because of lack of quality leads or lack of quality sales. And just maturing clients, okay? So two things that I have found have been a big impact in my business in the last 6 months is, and I didn't do this when I first started, and I wish I would have, and it's so simple, and it's to come up with the perfect buyer for my business or the product or service I have, okay? So the first part is to come up with a perfect buyer, and what I mean by a perfect buyer is someone who's predisposed that shares the same sort of values that I do and that would be the person that would benefit the most from the service that I have. And the way that I come up with that perfect buyer is when I talk to a client, we come up with a question. The question is really simple. It's like, if you were to get paid after you were to sell business coaching, for example, okay? You're gonna get paid after you deliver to the client, okay? What would be at least 2 to 3 qualities that that person must have before you would accept them as a client? And when I ask that question, what happens is things that that person has thought of but didn't want to address up front in their marketing comes up to the surface. For example, has invested in advertising in the past and willing to invest in advertising again. Something very simple like that, right? And by saying that up front in your marketing, saying, in order for you to work for us, you've got to be able to invest in advertising or you've done it in the past. Then by doing that, what happens, you predispose people to say, hey, it's not like a big surprise once you get on a sales call. Oh, by the way, you got to invest in advertising, right? It's like you predispose it up front in your marketing. And so having a perfect buyer and talking to the perfect buyer really changes the game because now you're talking to a subset of people that are ideal for you. And what happens is you're connecting with them. What will happen is you're developing those relationships and that bond with your marketing. Then when you do talk to them, you're getting more highly relevant people on a conversation or a sales call, okay? So that's one thing out the gate is to identify the perfect buyer. Now, let's say that you talk to 5 or 10 of these people that are your perfect buyer and then 1 or 2 become clients. Well, now you got to do the heavy lifting of getting them results, right? And so the next part that is really, really key is that you want to have the perfect process that you can deploy that gets your clients results, but doesn't have you babysitting them all the time. It should be something that you can get involved strategically for 10, 15% of the time, but the rest should be done by automation or contractors or some sort of process that is proven. And as long as they follow the process, they will get results. And that's the second thing that's been a huge game changer for me is having that process in place. Now, did I have it perfect when I started doing our Done For You service? Did I have it all set up? No way, man. No way in hell. I was figuring out as I went. Did I have some trusted and tried methods? Yeah, I had some things that were working well, and it was just about refining that. So if you got something that works really well, and then for you, it's just like, well, I need more people using that so that I can scale my business. Then for you, it's really about getting the perfect buyer and then creating videos, content, and offers that speak specifically to that buyer so that you're talking to highly relevant people when they jump on a sales call with you or a strategy session or a consultation or that sort of thing, okay? So I hope you found that useful and valuable because I wish I knew those 2 things before I'd gotten started in business 11 or so years ago, okay? Thanks for watching. My name is Steve. If you like this video, you might like this too. We have a Done For You marketing service if you haven't heard me talk about it yet. And you can find it by Googling Client Rush Formula, or you can go to clientrushformula.com. That will forward you to a letter that has specifically how you can get results with us, the ROI, what to expect, and obviously the pricing. So if that interests you, you can go to that letter and find out more about that there. Thanks for watching and listening, and we'll talk to you next time.